Hyperreality number 9. Corporations. Enron, WorldCom, Comcast, Monsanto, Goldman Sachs. These corporations likely gut a negative response. And yeah, it's probably well-deserved. Surf Reddit for a few minutes and you'll find there's no love lost for the world's primary business formation, the corporation. In 2011 on HBO's Real Time with Bill Maher, Senator and presidential candidate Bernie Sanders said, "Corporations are not people." Likewise, Elizabeth Warren cheered in her senatorial campaigns the tried-and-true populist claptrap, "Corporations are not people." And of course, the sheep gave it booming applause. Such corporate contempt from the political establishment with regard to corporations usually involves two things. One, its personhood in the eyes of the law, and two, its electoral and legislative influence of elections through special interest lobbying and political action committees, PACs, complements of the Citizens United Supreme Court ruling. Both arguments have merit, as corporate cash-mucking elections and legislative processes aren't really good things. Nonetheless, their primary thesis, corporations are not people, is entirely false, both in the eyes of the law and in their unadulterated form. Underneath this erroneous worldview is another hyperreality, the perception that corporations are evil, faceless, monolithic superstructures born from nothingness and responsible for every sin in the free world. The reality? Underneath the corporate veil, cranking the gears aren't monkeys, robots, or artificial intelligence, but people. Managers, employees, corporate executives, and shareholders. And these people are capable of every sin imaginable. Corporations are evil and greedy? No, people are evil and greedy. Think of it this way. If an errant drive-by shooting strikes you in the leg while walking the dog, who are you angry at? The car? Or the people in the car shooting? The car is directed by its occupants, just like a corporation. Corporate distrust is warranted, but the guile is displaced. Moving down the corporate chain, shareholders elect the executives, and those shareholders aren't bigwigs living in ivory towers. They're common people investing for retirement. Husbands, wives, grandma and grandpa, your landscaper, your bartender. They all link the corporate chain, and they probably don't know it. Log on to your E-Trade account and buy a share of Apple Corporation. Congratulations, you, already a corporation, are now a part of another corporation, a shareholder who gets a vote on directing corporate policy. Anyone who owns a stock, pension shares, IRAs, or retirement funds is entangled in the corporate system. When Grandma invests her pension into an ETF or mutual fund, she is buying corporate shares that make business decisions to the benefit of Grandma shareholder. And when Grandma's shares appreciate, she's happy and bakes peach cobbler. As for corporate ancestry, humans give birth to them, and the process is entirely gender neutral. Human corporations birth corporate corporations. Behind these corporations are multiple faces who dictate policy, and such policy merely flows downstream. Including my corporate self, I own 4 other corporations. If you buy a book from my corporation and decide it's stinking garbage and want a refund, you get your money back, no questions asked, because I decide that to be the policy. My corporation is neither altruistic nor greedy. The law says it's separate and its own person. However, it's really just a paper filing with the state, one executing my desires.